look at this, ladies and gentlemen. New microphone. Can you see it against my black shirt? And also here, look. New chair. It is very comfy.
Who doesn't love Uncharted, except the people who don't love Uncharted? They're great games, with great characters, gameplay, visuals, and voice acting.
Subway, where winners eat!
We all have our favorite in the series, like for me personally, it's Uncharted 4. But for most people, it's usually Uncharted 2. Which I understand. Is it because of nostalgia?
Yeah.
I don't know, I just think that every Uncharted game got better with each game. And Uncharted 4 just hit the nail on the head with everything the Uncharted games are known for. Except for the pacing maybe?
But we're not here to be positive, we're here to remind people about their mistakes and make them feel ashamed for not being perfect. Just kidding, be nice to people who have stressful and demanding jobs.
All jokes aside though, there is one thing that all the Uncharted games have struggled with that came before Uncharted 4. And that is the way they treat their villains.
It doesn't matter which game in the series you think is the best. If it's the second one, that's understandable. If it's the third one, that's debatable. And if it's the first one...
Is that it? Bye!
It doesn't matter, because I think we all can see and understand why none of Uncharted 1, 2, or 3's villains are memorable in any way. They're all just generic bad guys or women with basic or generic motives like wanting to become all-powerful or wanting to rule over the world. And the worst thing about the villains is that they are so forgettable that I don't even remember any of their names.
Except for Rafe, which this video is about. As the title suggests, I think that Rafe is the only good villain in the entire Uncharted series. The reason I think that Rafe is the best villain in the whole series is that he actually has a good reason to be evil. Well, you never have a good reason to be evil, but he does have understanding motives though.
Tell us the motives! Tell us the motives! Tell us all the motives, please! Tell us the motives!
Okay, calm down my disgusting little hellish little horrifying goblins. Before I talk about any of Rafe's motives, I'm gonna have to give you some, soggy backstory, if you know what I'm saying.
Rafe was born at a young age in 1976 and was born into a wealthy family which money he inherited as an adult. This is why, in his own words, I had
everything handed to me on a goddamn silver platter. I earned this.
This is also why he became a treasure hunter, just like Nathan and Sam. He wanted people to respect him and not think of him as just a pathetic rich boy who didn't work for anything he received.
Which is what everybody already thinks about him anyways. All the way from Nate to his own soldiers. Well, actually they're Nadine Ross's soldiers, but that doesn't matter. Because she doesn't like him either.
Like you said, we did this. You and me. Now this rich asshole comes in on the tail end?
Yeah, and it's high time you learn. What are you doing?
Rafe just wanted to accomplish something that he could feel proud of and could show the people who never respected him.
So that's his big motive. He wants to be respected by others and doesn't want to be just known for inheriting a bunch of money from his parents. So what does he do to gain this respect that he so desperately needs? Just kidding. Well, not really. He does start blowing shit up though. But the real reason he's just blowing stuff up is because he, just like Nate and Sam, are treasure hunters, and he is also trying to find Henry Avery's treasure.
But as I mentioned earlier, Rafe hired Nadine's soldiers to do all the dirty work for him, like blowing stuff up and, shooting people.
Which brings me to my next point why Rafe is interesting, which is that he's actually a pretty smart and reasonable person.
Reasonable person.
For example, in the part of the game when you're in Scotland searching for Avery's grave, Rafe is also there with Nadine's soldiers who are blowing up the area searching for the grave. But Rafe went to smart school and he knows that boom means bad.
And they show us this in the game by having Rafe tell Nadine that he just can't study a bunch of broken pieces of rock and rubble, and that they better stop bombing the whole island that they're on.
Can we have a minute?
Keep me updated.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you hear? They found a whole annexed area under the cathedral.
I did. Have you seen it?
No? Why?
Because there wasn't much left after they'd finished finding them.
My men have been a bit liberal with the
They're like
dynamite.
100 well-armed bulls in a china shop.
But they've made more progress in 2 days than we've made in months.
Progress. I can't analyze rubble.
Oh no, yeah, side note, the island that Nate and Sam are on searching for Avery's grave, that island, Rafe owns that island. He didn't just start trespassing on someone's land searching for treasure blowing shit up, he bought it himself.
Yeah, I know that Rafe isn't the best guy in the world. He keeps Sam from seeing his brother, he tries to kill people, and he even knocks Sully's drink out of his hand.
Cut the bullshit.
But he owns that land, and Sam and Nate just trespass on his land, so of course he's gonna get pissed. Rafe is a reasonable guy, but he does have a temper, just like everybody else.
But I think the best example of showing that Rafe is actually a reasonable person is in the Madagascar chapter, right after the bell tower sequence.
Where Rafe calls Sully's phone, but Nate answers instead, and they have this exchange.
And look who picks up. How you been, Nate?
Hey, Rafe. It's been a long time. How'd you get this number? Sullivan leave it on a cocktail napkin?
I wish. That only would have cost me a few shots of rum, right? No, I had to pay top dollar to find you guys.
Yeah. I hope you didn't spend too much on this whole Avery thing. I hear the competition's fierce.
Yeah, you pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
Well, that sounds like a bet.
Hey, Nate, you know I'm always game, but my partner, well, she prefers to mitigate unnecessary risks.
Wow. Rafe Adler, taking orders from somebody else. Oh, how times have changed.
Look, Nate, I'm gonna make you a one-time offer here. You drop everything. Go home, live your life. I'm willing to forgive and forget. For old time's sake.
As tempting as that sounds, Rafe.
I gotta say, I'm not normally the kind of guy who likes to quit while he's ahead.
Okay. Rodeus Quota sent you. For God and liberty. These are nice pictures, Nate. Good composition.
You hacked our phones.
You stole my cross. Listen, Nate. If you're half as smart as you think you are, you'll accept my offer. What's it gonna be?
You see, he wants them. He gives them 2 chances. So he sends an armored death vehicle after them. If Rafe really is so reasonable, why did he just stab that prison guard for no reason?
And if you ever cross me
Well,
Shush.
but why does he want to kill Nate so badly? Okay, so Rafe wants to kill Nate and his non-existent jawline because he lies to his wife Gielena.
I don't even care about the treasure.
The look on your face when you walked into this room. If you're done lying to me, then you should stop lying to yourself.
And he killed the prison guard because Naughty Dog put a fucking score counter in the Crash Bandicoot section.
And there's not a score counter in Crash Bandicoot. You can't trick me, see? Rafe knows it, and so do I. So after all this trouble Rafe went through, with putting himself in a prison, buying a whole island, buying someone out of jail, buying an army to help him receive his glory, and getting a fucked up haircut just like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3. And after killing the people that got in his way, what did he get in return? Betrayal and karma.
Oh shit, I forgot about Azav.